Shalom Mishpachah. It's time for a quiz. But wait, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Are you ready? Okay, let's get started. She was one of Yahushua's most faithful followers. She witnessed his death on the stake and was the first to see him after his resurrection. A. Elizabeth, B. Martha, C. Mary Magdalene, or D. Naomi. Cue the music. C. Mary Magdalene. Matthew 28, 1-10 says, Early on Sunday morning, as the new day was dawning, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went out to visit the tomb. Suddenly there was a great earthquake, for an angel of Yahuwah came down from heaven, rolled aside the stone, and sat on it. His face shone like lightning, and his clothing was as white as snow. The guards shook with fear when they saw him, and they fell into a dead faint. Then the angel spoke to the women. Don't be afraid, he said. I know you are looking for Yahushua who was nailed to the stake. He isn't here. He is risen from the dead, just as he said he would. Come, see where his body was lying, and now go quickly and tell his disciples that he is risen from the dead, and he is going ahead of you to Galilee. You will see him there. Remember what I have told you. The women ran quickly from the tomb. They were very frightened, but also filled with great joy. And they rushed to give the disciples the angel's message. And as they went, Yahushua met them and greeted them. And they ran to him, grasped his feet, and worshipped him. Then Yahushua said to them, Don't be afraid. Go tell my brothers to leave for Galilee, and they will see me there. Another scripture, Luke 8, 1-3 says, Soon afterward, Yahushua began a tour of the nearby towns and villages, preaching and announcing the good news about the kingdom of Yahuwah. He took his 12 disciples with him, along with some women who had been cured of evil spirits and diseases. Among them there were Mary Magdalene, from whom he had casted out 7 demons, Joanna, the wife of Chuza, Herod's business manager, Susanna, and many others who were contributing from their own resources to support Yahushua and his disciples. She was a prophetess and the only woman judge mentioned in the Bible. She led the Israelites to victory over their enemies. A. Ruth, B. Deborah, C. Tamar, or D. Priscilla. The music, please. B. Deborah. Judges 4, 4-14 says, Deborah, the wife of Lapidoth, was a prophetess who was judging Israel at the time. She would sit under the palm of Deborah between Ramah and Bethel in the hill country of Ephraim, and the Israelites would go to her for judgment. One day she sent for Barak, son of Abinoam, who lived in Kadesh in the land of Naphtali. She said to him, This is what Yahuwah, the Allah of Israel, commands you. Call out 10,000 warriors from the tribe of Naphtali and Zebulun at Mount Tabor, and I will call out Sisera, commander of Jabin's army, along with his chariots and warriors, to the Kishon River. There I will give you victory over him. Barak told her, I will go, but only if you go with me. Very well, she replied. I will go with you, but you will receive no honor in this venture, for Yahuwah's victory over Sisera will be at the hands of a woman. So Deborah went with Barak to Kadesh. At Kadesh, Barak called together the tribes of Zebulun and Naphtali, and 10,000 warriors went up with him. Deborah also went with him. Now Heber the Kenite, a descendant of Moses' brother-in-law, Hobab, had moved away from the members of his tribe and pitched his tent by the oak of Zanannim, near Kadesh. When Sisera was told that Barak, son of Abinoam, had gone up to Mount Tabor, he called for all 900 of his iron chariots and all of his warriors, and then marched from Harosheth to Hagoyim, to Kishon River, Then Deborah said to Barak, "Get ready. This is the day Yahuwah will give you victory over Sisera, for Yahuwah is marching ahead of you." So Barak led his 10,000 warriors down the slope of Mount Tabor into battle. She was a Hebrew orphan who became a queen in Persia and courageously saved her people from the destruction with the help of Yahuwah. A. Queen Lydia. B. Queen Esther. C. Queen Jezebel. Or D. Queen Vashti. Music. B. Queen Esther. Esther 2, verse 17. And the king was pleased with Esther more than with any of the other virgins, and he liked her more than any of the others. So King Xerxes put a royal crown on Esther's head, and he made her queen in place of Vashti. If you read further in Esther chapters 7 and 8, it will tell you all about how Esther saved her people. After you read those chapters, write in the comments why you feel Esther was so brave. Through her consistent prayers, she was blessed by Yahuwah to have a son, Samuel, who became a prophet and judge in Israel. A. Naomi. B. Dinah. C. Abigail. Or D. Hannah. Can I get some lovely music? D. Hannah. 1 Samuel 1:10 through 11 reads, "She was deeply distressed and prayed to Yahuwah and wept bitterly. And she vowed a vow and said, O Yahuwah of hosts, if you will indeed look on the affliction of your servant and remember me and not forget your servant, but will give to your servant a son, then I will give him to Yahuwah all the days of his life, and no razor shall touch his head." Well, how did you do, Mishpachah? Let me know in the comments your favorite person in the Bible. And until next time, Shalom!